Hey, welcome back to Oneness Lore, and today we're going to talk about shareholder agreements, and specifically for those that are looking into becoming a shareholder of a business. Now here at Oneness Lore, we like to take quite a holistic approach when dealing with your legal matters. So looking at the legal aspects and then also the human elements of what it is that you're wishing to achieve. Now, step one, when you're looking at becoming a shareholder, is starting with your intentions. Why do you wish to be a shareholder? And then asking yourself more questions like, what is actually drawing me to this business? What role would I like to play? Am I seeking a passive income or an influence, or is there a deeper connection that you wish to form? Often shareholder agreements in small business are offered because you are a director and or an employee of the business as well. And does this business align with your vision and your values? Now, moving on to the second step in the process is understanding what shareholder really means. Because in small business, shareholder agreements can vary substantially, and not all shareholder agreements and shareholder relationships are the same. So asking questions like, will you have voting rights? Will you be involved in the day-to-day activities? How will the profits be distributed? What happens if you disagree with the owners? And how easy or challenging will it be for you to exit the business should that happen? Now, all of these steps that I'm going through are to be completed prior to signing anything. And if you go through these 6 steps, then you should have enough clarity as to whether you wish to proceed with a shareholders agreement or not. Now, the third step is what I would call the due diligence step, and that is getting curious before you commit. And this is where the practical side really comes in. So before investing your money, your energy, you want to understand the business. So looking at things like the financials, key contracts and clients, employee contracts, other shareholder agreements. Are there any debts? Are there any ongoing disputes? Now, the fourth one is the actual shareholders agreement itself, as I would call it, the heart of your rights in this kind of matter. A shareholder agreement will outline how decisions are made, how disagreements get resolved, how shares get valued, and what happens if one wishes to leave. So you're looking at things like voting rights, dividends and profit sharing, roles and responsibilities, buyout and exits. Also, non-compete clauses, because you may, under the shareholders agreement, not be allowed to be a shareholder or involved with another business, either while and or after you have finished having the shareholders agreement. And then also looking at worst case scenarios, illness, conflict, or closure of the business. How will these matters be worked through? Step 5 is the real relationship element. It's people before paperwork. So when you become a shareholder of a small business, you're not just investing in the entity, which is often a company, also investing in the people that are involved in that business. So, do you trust the founders and or the existing owners of the business? Do your communication styles work together? Are their expectations clear that are on both sides? So not just your own expectations, but are their expectations clear and concise to you? And can you have difficult conversations respectfully? There's step 1 and 2 to that aspect, actually. Can you generally have difficult conversations? Because if you cannot, then you may wish to reconsider whether you wish to enter into business. And then step 2 is, can you have those difficult conversations with the current owners of the business? And then moving on to the last step, which is planning for the future, the growth, the exit, everything in between. So asking yourself these questions like, what is the growth plan? How will new shareholders be added? Because that can happen. What's the plan if someone wants out? How will the business be valued over time? Now, if you go through all of these steps, you should get some more clarity. And the purpose of the clarity now is that it may prevent conflicts later. If it doesn't prevent it, it should at least minimize conflicts later. Holistic lore encourage us to approach these conversations with a level of openness instead of coming at them from a level of fear. So, if you want to know more, you can contact us. We've got our website, www.onennesslore.com.au, lore being LORE, and our email, info@onennesslore.com.au.